In the world in which we live, children are faced with many temptations, good and bad. It is in our best interests as parents to tip the scales in favor of the good temptations our children will face whenever possible by giving them plenty of skills, talents, and creative outlets upon which to exert their energy and focus. Sports are great, but most sports are limited to seasons. This leaves parents looking for things to keep their children's active minds involved and occupied during the off-seasons for their favorite sports. Pottery lessons are a great way to give kids a creative focus, while helping them develop quiet activities they can enjoy. This also keeps them too busy to spend a lot of time on activities that are detrimental and hopefully will fill the time that may otherwise be spent falling into the wrong crowd. More importantly, there are very few gifts you can give your children that are better than the gift of being able to create something beautiful, practical, useful, or simply unique and different from a lump of clay. Pottery is doing just that. First lessons for children should be simple and not too aggressive. Let your child set his or her own pace for pottery lessons, and don't push him or her to go too far too fast. Like most things in life, your child will need to learn to crawl before he or she walks in the field of pottery. This often means learning the intricacies of hand building with clay before moving on to the potter's wheel, though your child may choose to move on to the wheel and show no interest in hand building at all. The most important thing is that you keep your child interested, or the lessons will be a waste of time and money, resulting in the opposite effect of what you are hoping to achieve. Most communities offer some sort of art classes that include pottery sessions for children. Larger communities will have classes for children that specifically deal with pottery. If you are fortunate enough to live in one of these communities, it is a great field to introduce your little ones to, as you never know when true talent may show itself. If your child does display a good deal of talent, or an avid interest in pursuing pottery further, there are generally classes that can be taken for those who have had the basics, and are ready to move on to some of the more advanced skills. Some art schools and community-based organizations will even offer scholarships to some students if there is sufficient talent and a financial need, so the costs of these classes aren't often too terribly high. Most communities do make a concerted effort to keep the costs of these classes low in order to provide more productive outlets for children and be a positive force in the lives of the children that will one day be the future of our nation. If you haven't considered giving the gift of pottery lessons to your children as both a creative outlet and the opportunity to build something rather than destroy, I hope you will do so after reading this. Giving the gift of creation to anyone is a great gift. Teaching your children when they are young sets the stage for even greater lessons to come.